new test, we're going to click Create a New Test here by the plus sign. We'll name the test. And then you can enter a description. Training hours. You'll add your subject. If you want to assign a person to grade the test, then you would just search for the person here. If you want to limit the amount of time someone can attempt to take your test, you would put in that number here.
So if someone doesn't pass the first time, it'll let them back in however many times that you specify here.
Or if you don't want them to be able to retake it, you can just leave it blank as it says here. So here is allow review for every attempt. So if you're giving them 3 attempts, if you want them to be able to review their test after each submission, or if you want them to review the questions and the correct answers and display explanations as well, or just the questions only, or the review question category and explanation only. Instructions. Then we'll hit the next button. Your time limit is here. 300 minutes is the maximum amount of time. You can put in a shorter amount, like 60 minutes or however many you decide. Your passing score defaults to 80%. You can change that to 90, 70, 100, whatever percent you want to consider passing. An early exit, if you want the test taker to be able to leave the test if something comes up and they can't continue at the time, then they can return to the test. That would be what's checked. Otherwise, if you want them to proceed all the way through and not leave the test early, then you would click this. If you're going to allow them to leave the test, then here, maximum number of test entries. So if you only want them to be able to enter twice, you just put in 2. These are checked by default. This just randomizes the sections and the questions on your test so that if they're sitting next to someone else, they're not going to be able to cheat, at least not easily. And if you want to use a custom scoring, you check this box and enter the weight for each section and question. For the questions on the test, you'll go here to add sections and questions. There is our first section, and then we go over here to the question mark. And then we'll see all the questions we have in our question bank. So just add a couple of questions. So then it displays our questions here, the type of question, if you want to add another section, you'll just go back up here for sections and questions. And there's section 2 and all of our questions for section 2. You can reorder your questions. You just type in the number. We'll go next. And you're going to choose your availability. And you'll probably want to choose your institution.
What does the availability mean? Is that who can see the test and use it?
Yes. We'll go next. So we're not charging. So we'll go next. This is just a review of the details of our test. Test name, provider, our test description, time limit, attempts allowed, passing score percentage, number of questions, overall questions, and the early exit, and also our instructions. So if everything looks good, then you'll just click Finish. And there's our test. And if you want to view it after you've created it, you can just click here on the eyeball. And you'll be able to see all of your details. So just to review questions and categories, we'll go back to Learning and Catalog. And we'll go to Question Bank. And you can create a new question here. Okay, here you can choose none of the above or all of the above. You can use always display. You can use correct if that's the correct answer. To add other ones, you'll just click here on add response choice. You'll add a category. Submit. To add a new category, you'll just click on category. You can add your institution. We've already got a couple out here. And then you can add categories underneath. So for instance, there's TDR connector under Columbia State. So we'll just create a new category. Now we'll see our category. It's here.
Any questions on that? How to create a category, a question, or a test? Any questions at all?